Hey everyone, Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0, aka Noah, back again with this new video of mine. And this is a cosplay showcase, reveal, tutorial on my latest cosplay. And this is the Daredevil Born Again suit from, well, the series Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil is still up there being one of my favorite shows, and he's up there being one of my favorite Marvel heroes. And when this show was first announced and we got a reveal of Daredevil in his new suit for the series Daredevil Born Again. And also, I do love how it was designed, and this costume is pretty much like leveled up from like the Netflix series to Disney Plus, because let's face it, they were on Netflix money and now they're using Disney money for Daredevil. And I gotta say, this costume, it turned out good, and I, well, had to put this on my cosplaying list. Now, this is my tutorial of how I made this cosplay. It's pretty much my own style, my own version. Well, it is based on, well, on what we see in the series, but this is my version of like how I made it and just where I sourced out the pieces. So let's just jump right into it. So to start things off, well, like I said before, here's the suit itself. Now, this suit actually comes courtesy of Pro Cosplays. They are a website that has a lot of cosplay stuff here and there, of course, and well, they did have the full set itself on this costume. Like, I will admit, it was either get the whole jumpsuit for like $200 or get the full set, which would have been like $400. But I really want to get creative and just do this like my own way. And I really love how this costume turned out. I mean, it feels very, yeah, well, it feels like leather and cloth-like. In a good way, of course, but also I'm pretty sure in a more behind-the-scenes way. For when it came to making the series, they pretty much had like different kinds of fabrics to, well, make it look very body armor-ish, because that's kind of sort of the thing. But yeah, I love how it's patterned, and here's also the legs, and I even like how leather the knee area is. So, and just how patterned out it is. One things I did do for this leg, I added in some button fasteners, so that way for the holster for the billy clubs could just fasten on. I'll show you the holster later, but that's one things I did do, add in the button fasteners. And there are the details right here, and yeah, all right there. And also, there is a zipper right here that they added in, just so it's easier to go to the bathroom, so thank you for adding that in. But yeah, and it pretty much works with like a zipper that just goes in right here, just zips down. And here's actually what the inside looks like. Feels very, I guess like a very soft kind of leather, but also that feels like very armored up padding, because again, I mean, that's what the suit does resemble and look like, because, again, body armor, but I really like how this turned out. If you want to check out their website, I will leave a link down below, so feel free to check them out if you want to get, like, the full set, or just get the jumpsuits. But, hey, that's the suit. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the cosplay, and that would be the boots. Now, these, I'm actually very happy with how I got these boots. These are actually motocross boots that I got at a thrift store for like 25 bucks. Here's actually what they looked like when I first bought them, and just what they looked like. And making them was a bit tricky and challenging, but I will admit, I love a good challenge. So I actually went in with like some black 3mm craft foam to cover up the logos right here. Same goes for like logos right here, and just, well, and just oh, and right here as well. Like, there were logos here and there that I just covered up with pieces of foam, and I also tried covering them up with like several different types of black paint, because again, these are just motocross boots, and motocross boots are very expensive. They are very pricey, but I'm glad I found these at a thrift store. I might even use these boots for other cosplays of mine in the future, but I loved how these turned out, because Daredevil does have a thing for wearing like very tactical kind of boots. And yeah, I'm very happy I found these. Here is the belt. I mean, this is actually something I made myself. Here's actually the back of, like, I guess you could say what the core is. Pretty much strapping that I got at you could pretty much get this at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or any fabric stores. And same goes for the clip that I've got. And well, as for the belt itself, it is actually made of foam, and I actually went in with some details of like very lightly just well, cutting it up with a X-Acto knife. These are just black buttons right here that I just glued down. And I gave this a black Plasti Dip kind of spray paint, and I used a red Plasti Dip spray paint for the red area. And again, and this area I actually went in with a wood burner to just add in the details, and I cut up some 3mm craft foam for the D&D right here, and I went in with some silver and black Mall Master paints for these areas. And also I went in with a little, very lightly black paints on the cracks here, and I mean on these areas right here. But yeah, so here's the billy clubs, aka Daredevil's primary weapons, and the holster. Now, I actually made this holster like out of foam as well. It was a matter of using 5mm and 3mm craft foam, just measuring it around, and just just so that way it would look very accurate to what it is in the show. And I, of course, added in, like I said before, I added in some button fasteners, so I just hammered these in, and it would just clip up and just button on. But of course, like the show, it does have like belt clip kind of things, so I, of course, added in these as well. And just wraps around my leg and just clips on. And I just spray painted these silver, and I spray painted this whole thing with black Plasti Dip because I was running out, and then I went with the red clear gloss. I mean, red. I keep forgetting what kind of red spray paint I use, but that's what I used for right here. And the billy clubs, these are actually just 3D printed, and these are the same ones that I used for a Daredevil cosplay that I did a couple years ago. But yeah, these are just 3D printed. I paint these up myself. I actually did like a tutorial on my TikTok of how I paint these up, and yeah, it was just a matter of using like primer, spray paint, and silver Mall Master paint, and just connecting them together using the right kind of glue. And yeah, so another part of the cosplay, these are the forearm guards I made. These are actually made out of a 3mm craft foam, and yeah, translation, it was just a matter of wrapping my measuring my forearm and just measuring them of like how long these should be. And I wanted to make, again, like the rest of the costume, I want to make this be like as accurate to the show as I could. So yeah, I just measured my forearm, and I also, and like I said, I want these are actually made out of craft foam. That R is just a reminder that this will be on my right arm, but in a way, I also glued down some Velcro right here, so that way it's easier to just put on and take it off. And I just spray painted this whole thing with red Plasti Dip paint. I went in with, and wood burner right there, and with a little bit of black paint. And same goes for painting up these areas black. This is foam as well, and this, and silver Mall Master paint. But yeah, these are the forearm guards because he does have this in the show. Now, as for the gloves, I will admit, I've had these for a little while. These are just motorcycle gloves that I got on Amazon, and I just paint them up red with some Mall Master red paint. And these turn out really good. I will admit some of the paint has chipped away, but that's okay. I mean, you could resemble and say like battle damage because Daredevil's been punching a lot of bad guys here and there, of course. And I also went in with some red, red foam, and just went along the area right here just to give it more detail and add a bit more red to the gloves. And now the head sockets. Now, this is pretty much just something I got on Amazon for like at least $10, but translation, You know those behind the scenes stuff of like Charlie Cox just suiting up as Daredevil? Yeah, head sockets. That's what he always uses. Man, I wish that this thing could just be a bit more just attached to a mask or something like it is in the comic books. But well, whatever works. Plus, back then they were on Netflix budgets, and well, that's just the best that they could do. And finally, the piece of resistance, the helmet. Now, I already did a video on this helmet not too long ago. I will leave a link down below, but this is just a 3D printed helmet that I got on Etsy. It was just a matter of sanding it down, painting it with primer, and then painting it up with red. I went with some black paint here and there, added in the red vinyl for the eyes, padding right here and here for just to make sure my head doesn't, just so it's not a bobblehead. But yeah, link on how I got this helmet and made it. Link is down below if you want to learn the full tutorial about this. But yeah, still fits. And now here's footage of me just trying to suit on and just how I look and everything. And so, big reveal. Official wrap on the cosplay, and I love how this suit turned out. I will admit, it is a tad bit tight. Maybe later on I might get an upgrade and I might go for a medium size for future cosplays of mine. But yeah, this suit feels really good. From like the boots, the belts that I made, same goes for the gloves and the forearm guards I made, and the helmets. And once you have this whole thing pieced together, it feels good. You really do feel like Daredevil, and this suit just feels really amazing. I mean, I will admit, I am kind of sort of sweating it a bit here and there. Like the heat's already rising up, but hey, we're getting close. At the point in time me videoing this, it's already, well, September is slowly wrapping up, so we are gonna get to the cold season where you could wear this for like snow days and just, you know, winter time of course. But yeah, from everything from like the helmet, the suits, and just how everything turned out. It turned out really good. Hope you all really liked that video of just me just looking like a badass, looking like a boss. But hey, now that's the full reveal of everything. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hope you all learned a thing or two. I am really looking forward to wearing this suit for conventions, events, other things here and there. Well, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting subscribe right down there, along with hitting the bell so you're notified for my next video. Also, don't forget to, well, comment below, hit a thumbs up. That would be very supportive if you guys did that for me. But also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media stuff. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok. All my social media is just right here. I just might follow you guys back. But until next time, this is the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, out and about. And, well, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.